Hello and welcome to the Den. My name is Eric and it's Friday. I am filming today in beautiful Madison, Wisconsin. I'm in the Howard Johnson Hotel here out by the airport, and tomorrow I am going to deliver a talk at the Oral History Association conference in downtown Wisconsin, downtown Madison, Wisconsin. And I'll be talking about a project that I did at the library where we interviewed residents of the Shaw neighborhood about their experiences during the 1968 riots in DC. And it's going to be super cool. And I've got a video clip of that. And I might even share that video clip here on Men of the Den. So maybe you can watch one of my actual work videos. And that's kind of cool, right? But this is Q&A week. So I have a list of questions and I'm going to go through them as quickly as I can. And hopefully this video will not be too crazy long. All right, here we go. So my cousin Tanya and her husband Wayne racked their brains to ask me a question, and they ask, out of every place that you've traveled, what place or thing have you been the most impressed by? That is a really difficult question because I've seen a lot of really super amazing things. You know, like I live in Washington, D.C., so I see things like the Star Spangled Banner and the, Washington Monument and the Capitol building and the dome inside the Capitol building. I've been to state funerals and stuff. I mean, like, I've seen a million things in Washington, D.C., but I've also traveled all over the world. I've been to London and Paris and Manchester, Wuhan, China, Tokyo, Bangkok, Thailand. I mean, like, I've been all over the world. Sydney, Australia, Fiji. So, out of all of these places that I've been to, what was I the most impressed by? The thing, though, that was the most impressive to me, and it was something I didn't even know existed in the world. When I was in Wuhan, China, I went to a temple of Kuan Yin. Kuan Yin is like a kind of a Buddhist demigod kind of figure, and they have this 3-story, 4-story tall statue of Kuan Yin with two faces, one facing in each direction, and it was just so spectacular. Like I like, they have little, like, these little prayer boxes or whatever. You like go, you get down on your knees and you pray to Kuan Yin, and I just had to. The prayer boxes were awful on your knees, but the Kuan Yin temple in Wuhan, China, I will share a picture of that because it's totally worth it. Okay, Andrew asks, if you like this guy and he's a friend, what would you do? Do you just go for the kill or wait until the time comes because he thinks if he acts too fast that he might lose the friendship? That is a really tough call. And it's different for everybody, and you really kind of have to judge what the status of that relationship is. If you have feelings for somebody, I personally am of the opinion that you should tell people what your feelings are for them. And sometimes that gets you kind of into a gray area with friends. And in gay life, there's a lot of friends with benefit culture going on. There was actually an article on Huffington Post, like, today that a friend of mine in Chicago linked to about how hookup culture should be something that you do with friends. And I'm kind of down with that. I like, friends with benefits is a great idea, and it keeps kind of things a little bit tighter than just like random strangers. But if you want to take a friendship to the next level, I think that that's something that you need to come out and tell people about. And if it's awkward, it's awkward, but I don't think it's unrecoverable if that's something, unless it's unrecoverable for you. That's really what it is that it's your feelings, and if someone doesn't share those feelings with you, then it's up to you to change your attitudes towards that relationship. So there you go, Andrew. I hope that helped. All right. Daniel asks, where is each of your favorite spots to vacation? My favorite vacation spot is places that I've never been to before. I love going to new cities and new towns, and for me, it's really about getting to explore a new city, getting to talk to people, and just having a good time. So, if I had to pick a place that I haven't been to before yet, I would want to go to Berlin. I have not been to Germany. I actually haven't been to any of the other places on the European continent past Paris. I think Germany is like way up there. Plus, Italy and Greece. So Rome, maybe other parts of Italy, and Athens. I definitely want to go to Athens someday, and to the islands, the Greek islands. I just think that'd be super fun. So yeah, there we go. All right, lightning round. Cake or pie? Pie. Cats or dogs? Neither. Vanilla or chocolate? Chocolate. Scruff or growler? Growler. Cher or Madonna? Cher. Money or power? Money. Cash or credit? Credit. King, queen, full or twin? King. Morning, afternoon, or evening? Evening. Books or magazines? Books. Spring, summer, autumn, or winter? Autumn. Sedan or SUV? I don't drive, I take the bus. Chest or ass? Face. Candlelight or laser light? Laser light. Beer or wine? Beer. And that's the lightning round. Okay, cool. Okay, Willie asks, as a gay man, how do you feel about aging? That is a longer and involved question, but I'm going to tell you one thing that I do have like strong opinions about, and that's my hair, or the lack thereof. So when I was 19, I realized that my hair was falling out and I wasn't going to be able to do anything about it, so I just said fuck it and shaved it all off. And that was probably the best decision of my life, to just kind of embrace the bald. And it's something that I knew was coming because my grandparents on both sides are thinning hair to bald, and so I knew it was just going to be a matter of time. I wasn't expecting it to be like 20, but what can you do? All right, and then the last one that I have on here is, my question is, when was the last time you cried and why? I don't remember, because it's been a while. Though more than likely the last time that I cried was probably when I was watching something on television, because I'm a super emotional person and I have a tendency to cry at the drop of a hat. So if it was something on TV or like a movie or something, like I've cried during movies. I cry during movies all the time. So yeah, and there are certain movies that like I just know that I can't watch, like Bridegroom. I'm never gonna watch that movie because I know that it's about like a guy who falls in love and his lover dies, and it's an emotional train wreck movie. It's like Steel Magnolias. Like I watched it like one or two times. I'm never gonna watch Steel Magnolias again because it just rips my heart out. Brokeback Mountain, I was traumatized. I went to Brokeback Mountain by myself and I watched it, and I walked out of there like I cried and cried, and then I walked out like a zombie. Like I couldn't. I was numb. I was emotionally numb at the end of Brokeback Mountain. So, if I cried recently, it's probably because I had my heartstrings pulled by a movie. I don't have a lot of sadness in my life. Yay, thank God. But I have had, some emotional things that were personal, but I'm not going to get into that. And it's been a while anyways. So, yeah, there we go. So, that's my video. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, please give me a thumbs up down in the crotch. And if you want to see more videos like this, you can subscribe to Men in the Den. And if you are interested in asking us more questions, like feel free to leave questions in the comments, either on YouTube or on Facebook or on any of our social media business. We're on Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram. We also have menintheden.com now. So you can go to our webpage and check out our WordPress page. All of the content is fairly similar across those things. So really, it comes down to which one do you like the most, and we try to keep up with those as best as we can. If we haven't, come and message us on Facebook because that's where we're at the most. So, anyways, please like, comment, subscribe, join the den, join the discussion, and I will see you all next Friday. Cheers.